we're exploring how hyperautomation is transforming modern financial ecosystems. Joining us is Botha, Sybrin's product manager for hyperautomation, who plays a key role in shaping our intelligent automation capabilities. Sean, welcome. Thanks for being here. Let's jump in. The first question we have is, what does hyperautomation mean in the context of Sybrin's technology stack? And how does it differ from traditional automation?
So at Sybrin, hyperautomation is about transforming entire business journeys end to end, so as opposed to just individual tasks within a process. So we combine low-code platform with workflow orchestration, document intelligence, rules, and then integrations with legacy systems into one automation level that allows you to digitize and then scale those processes holistically across the enterprise. So you're not doing things in isolation. You can do a lot together at once, but we don't lose the flexibility of being able to do them in a modular way. So you can pick and choose what you automate at what point, depending on where you are in your digital transformation journey.
Absolutely. You have the flexibility to handle it holistically or to address each element on its own. That sounds great. So the next question we have here is, why is hyperautomation a crucial enabler for modernizing financial ecosystems today?
So it's crucial or important because financial institutions deal with a lot of complexity, particularly larger, more established financial services companies. So legacy systems, regulatory pressure, rising customer expectations, and the changing technology landscape that customers are exposed to, the list goes on. Hyperautomation helps you to cut through that. It connects your processes and your ecosystem components end to end, and that helps you increase your resilience and your adaptability, and it enables you to digitize and innovate a lot more quickly than otherwise.
Yes, I can just imagine how crucial it must be to modernize the old legacy systems. Okay, so moving on, we've got the next question here. How can financial institutions balance the push for automation with the need for compliance and trust?
Well, the nice thing is they don't actually have to choose. When it's done right, hyperautomation strengthens compliance. It doesn't compromise it. So we embed rules, policies, and validations directly into the workflows so that every process becomes very consistent and auditable by default. So your automation takes care of the repetitive regulated tasks and the rules, and the people then get to focus on more complex and sensitive cases where human attention is required. So it actually it boosts compliance. It's not a trade-off.
Excellent. It sounds like the rules allow for a lot of customization depending on the customer's needs. So the next question, how can hyperautomation support faster, more accurate data extraction and reduced manual errors?
So data extraction is one of the biggest pain points for just organizations in general. I suppose we focus primarily on financial services, but that's just a general thing. There's a lot of manual capturing that's happening just in business processes, even in a fairly digitized environment or age that we're in now. Hyperautomation solves that by using, again, we combine components. So we combine AI-based document processing with validation and workflow logic to remove, the human re-entering of data. It checks your information, that it automatically checks information and validates that, and it sends the data that it sends to your core systems, so your core banking or your core insurance systems, is clean and error-free.
Fantastic. Combining the modules holistically really helps you get the data extraction results you're looking for. Moving on to the next one, how do low-code applications on the Sybrin platform empower banks to build agile onboarding and payment solutions more quickly?
Low-code in general has been a game changer, particularly when it comes to building applications, and onboarding is one of those ones that can be quite fun to build. So what it does is it lets you design onboarding and payments solutions and flows visually as opposed to manual code. It uses drag and drop components and templates and pre-built integrations that are already there for you to be able to accelerate your development of your your applications. So instead of a 6-month development cycle, you can launch and adjust a journey in a matter of weeks. And for regulatory changes and ongoing regulatory changes, those can be outdated very quickly without major development, without it going through a full traditional development cycle.
Absolutely. Drag and drop is right up my alley. That would make things a lot easier. Moving on, how does workflow automation, such as Sybrin's Case Builder, help financial institutions manage alerts and investigations more effectively?
So Case Builder brings structure to what's usually quite a fragmented process, and it brings a level of orchestration as well. So it pulls alerts from multiple different systems into one place, prioritizes them, and then guides your analysts through a fairly standardized investigation flow with all the data that they need right there in one place, in one screen, or in one module. So it also tracks everything so that you can audit it, and that means just faster investigations with fewer errors and a lot better risk control overall.
Excellent. Under your product set, we see there is a product called Vitals. What role does Vitals play in ensuring system reliability, uptime, and resilience in critical financial services operations?
So Vitals is basically the heartbeat monitor for your operations, and that includes Sybrin-powered operations as well as other applications. That gives you real-time visibility into the health of your services, your APIs, and your workflows, as well as other application components, and then typical IT operations KPIs, so server health, etc. What it does is it alerts your team to something. The moment something goes wrong, it will alert the team. It can also then automate many sort of IT tasks and IT operations, such as simple service restarts all the way to automated DR failovers and backups.
Yeah, that sounds like an amazing product to help you avoid downtime. The next question here is, how can hyperautomation enhance fraud prevention workflows by combining monitoring, escalation, and automated decisioning?
So fraud prevention works best when they all work together, and that's exactly what hyperautomation enables. It consolidates signals and data from various channels, so from all your input channels. It applies rules automatically and risk scores automatically, and then it routes the cases based on that to the right people or to the right ecosystem components, depending on how automated your environment is. So your low risk events would be auto cleared and go through a straight through process, and then your more complex cases would follow a structured investigation path that again is guided by the rules and configuration that you apply. So it's faster, it's smarter, and what we're excited about is that it learns over time and improves over time.
That sounds great. Improving on perfection. Okay, so the next question relates to Sybrin's CDN product. So what role does your hyperautomation product set play in ensuring secure, high-speed delivery of content?
So in financial services, content moves through a lot of hands and nodes, if you will. So statements, contracts, notifications, and onboarding packs is an example, and then just data between systems. Now, hyperautomation automates that lifecycle and that process, including the validation, routing and delivery of the information, and it embeds security in that process into every step along the way. So your content goes to the right place more quickly, more accurately, with full auditing and traceability, and it removes the bottlenecks. Now, as a subset of that, or as a part of that, the CDN or content delivery network in Sybrin is a component that we built that optimizes system use for environments that have challenges with connectivity and bandwidth, so developing markets, Africa, the Philippines, etc. And what that does is it makes your information, it uses a decentralized storage model for your information or your data, and it makes the retrieval of that data a lot quicker because it's calling on more local data sources.
Thank you. The last question then, Sean, looking ahead, how do you see hyperautomation evolving within financial ecosystems, and how will Sybrin's platform continue enabling digital, agile, and intelligent financial services?
So we're already seeing hyperautomation becoming the intelligence layer or the orchestration level in a lot of financial ecosystems, and that's not just Sybrin, that's just hyperautomation products in general. They integrate data, decisions, workflows, and this applies to multiple different financial services companies, so banks, insurers, and then other fintechs. So where I see it going, it's going to get more predictive, more personalized, and more autonomous. Sybrin's very well positioned to go into that future with clients, because on top of the low-code platform and then the document, the intelligent document processing, the automation around that, the integrations, we also invest quite significantly into emerging technology like AI and ensuring that that works well with our platform. Now, we're also pragmatic about that investment, so we're not reckless and we don't follow fads. We take a pragmatic and measured approach to product investment, and we're quite confident in the way we do that, because what we've done so far is we've built very reliable proofs of concept and product subsets using AI-enabled features.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us, Sean, and taking the time to have a discussion with us. We look forward to our next one.
Great. Thank you very much.